Here we go. Look at that. This is the downwind transition trail. And we'll go on the inside trail too. And so the maintenance will be I'll have to go in here and I just clean up these beds. There's a look at that. All these are beds in here, guys. More doe bedding. This trail. Look at that. I choose this trail. So here. Alright. So ain't much I gotta do in here. I just gotta clean out the beds, make sure the trails, pick up some sticks. Not really any heavy lifting. Look at this trail. Right. Nice bed here. See how this tree's dead right here. See how I get to right. See, pick up these sticks, these beds. Here, this kind of, and I got it wrapping around. It's like a Daytona 500 in here. Beds right here, right there, and there. Just like, oh, look at that. Oh yeah. Open here. Trail. And this will be the inside trail. So you've seen the outside trail. So I just enhance this, you know. I just make it, keep it open. Like I said, a marsh or any transition is going to have both sides of the wind. Added this year, or last long season. It's the sneak trail. See, all these are hinged. These are going to have way more growth in here. These were hinged last year. So this is the second year. You can see how this hinged. You see this inside sneak trail? This tree stand on the property, this triple tree and this maple. And this is something I'm new thing I'm added this year is I've cleaned out. I had these trees hinged this winter to get this, and then I got a clover plot over here and I've made it bigger. It's getting overbrowsed, it's eating down to the dirt. So I cleaned all this up. It's just a rough one. I can't get my tractor over here because my bridge is over here by this creek is too small for my tractor. I got to redo my bridge, but I frost seeded all this. So this will all be, I put clover, chicory, and some rye. So it's going to be pretty good. And I gotta open up that trail. I've been cutting the limbs off of that before they can get to my island. Here's one of my wind chimes. They actually bit this one. I just replaced this one. They bit it in half. So it's kind of like that's a little mock rub I made. And coming off the farm over there, in and out. But yeah, this stuff's doing pretty good in here too. Here's a project I've been working on back here. This is the inside corner of this farm that I own. Got this area open. This is all hinged, just like tornado-y hinged. So then back there, there's a big loop. It basically all comes in funnels right here. So it's all hinged and it's like it's a loop. So everything's gonna come here now. And this is an old scrape. They destroyed it. But I got a better tree over here I think I'm going to use. I don't know if it'll get the best pictures, but it's what they like more. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if you guys see Michigan Gone Wild, they build these foam blinds. This is so far back in my yard. I'm going to build a foam blind and box that ladder stand in, a double ladder. And then it'll help knock down my wind over here. And paint it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'll show you this scrape tree I'm gonna do. Like this is all freshly done. Okay, so I gotta cut this tree. Here's this oak tree I'm talking about. This is gonna be my scrape. So we'll clear out around this thing and do it off of the. I think this is what I'm going to set up as a scrape tree. and maybe put the camera up there. If I get free ones, maybe I'll put two. Maybe you have one going this way and one going over here. Be kind of cool. All right, here's the lake. And here's all the fresh hinge cutting. I got, see, it's all loops like right here. And then there's another loop back over here. And then all it trickles down. See, that's all bedding right there. See that big island? It's all gonna lead back to the inside corner. This is tough working back here, guys. It's really far back and it's nasty as hell. But I'm gonna have where I come in with a boat. I'm gonna stage a boat over there and come in, and eventually I'm gonna have a box blind on this inside transition over here with a lane cut this way to shoot anything in the back. That's kind of all the projects I can think of for now. But it's pretty overwhelming, so I got a lot of work to do. I'm gonna get the chainsaw going and just go highest priority to lowest priority, and whatever I get done, I get done. I try to get as much done right now because dude, I get attacked by hornets and shit back here in the summer and I can't stand it. So I'm gonna be full throttle on my property till green up, and then when green up comes, God, I don't know, see what happens. Forgot all about, yeah, putting in a destination plot up at the front too. So I got some vitalized seed for that, and I'm gonna start back here as far as back as I can, work back here for a day. Then towards the end of the day, I'll work on my tractor, working on the field up here I'm making. So get some video of that, hopefully. If not this video, the next video. But yeah, like, subscribe, Deer Hunter Podcast. Spring public land scouting and spring private land projects and scouting. So, yep.
We have become conscious that we will never decrease efforts towards attempting to be better. We understand that if we aren't growing, we are dying. We simply refuse to accept status quo. We will continue to gain education through experience, and when we kill that buck of a lifetime, there will have been nothing accidental about it. Be surgical.
Alright, got this all done. Got this oak tree all prepped. It's got scrapes all the way around it. It's the merry-go-round. Even one for the fawns over there in the back side. Little one right there. Cut this open so they can get through here. I'll put a camera right there to aim at this, and then I'll put something over there to aim at that food plot I got over there. This everything hourglass is right here. This is where all the action is going to be, on this back inside corner. So yeah, it's turned over. There's a bunch of bedding right here that's all messed up. Trees have fallen on it, cutting on it. I don't know if I just didn't get to this or what, but I'm going to do a bunch of chainsaw work. I'm going to make a bedding area right on these swamp islands. This is going to look sweet on video, guys. I'll show you what it looks like right now. This is before. And this is all going to be just like nice beds. Alright, last project of the day, making these buck beds. Just some high spots right in the transition here that were covered up in brush and overgrowth. And I've maintained these before. I don't know how I missed them, but I haven't got to them in a few years. So I'll show you guys what they look like. So I used a chainsaw and then a weed whacker with that blade on it. Got a nice one here. Got a bed here, nice bed here, bed here, bed here, bed here, bed, bed, bed. Oh. Pruned up this apple tree right there. This is as high as I get. I need to get there, but I can't get there. So we'll see. Hopefully this will help it out. I think it will. This mud run's pretty good. I cut this open, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, and they've just bulldozed it. This is pretty good stuff. This is like kind of like I've always had. I think I've had, you know, it's always like I'm trying to always bed a buck right here. This is like an epic bedroom right here, and you can see it's even marked right here. Yeah, there's a nice rub, but I kind of maintain this. I kind of they can lay right here underneath these. Like I said, these cedar trees on the edges of these marshes are like prime bedding. See, I've maintained that. Like I got it for they can bed this way and then bed against this for two different winds. First property, we kind of share the swamp. It's got a nice 4-wheel trailer, comes right here. Nice bedding point. And he's got a nice trail that goes all the way to my lake. He duck hunts and stuff, so I think he does pretty good. But right here, this is another transition trail right here. So yeah, I've just kind of souped it up a little bit. I've cut it a few times and they've just made it a runway. And like I've talked about in the past, see, I enhance these trails on my property, but this trail right here is your downwind side of bedding. So when people ask, well, what's the downwind side of bedding? This trail. And here's all your bedding. Here, guys, however, I don't know how they choose them, stuff, but they'll bed underneath and all that stuff. Here's a bed right here, right on the trail. So there's a swamp oak. Or no, that's a bur oak, I think. There's bedding underneath them trees. I showed you guys pictures of that before, I think, but we can walk over there. Let's go check out this bed right here. See, look at this trail coming right to it. Right out. Look at this. You know, I don't try to reinvent the wheel. Just enhance what you got. And then I'll come over here. Look, they got this mowed down. These are nice bedding. Right here, these little high spots right here. Look at it. There's a big old bed. Hey, you think a buck bed's there? Look at that. That's pretty high. And then you can see the historicals. Look at that. This is, see, then what I'll do, I'll just, I'll clean these beds up for them, You gotta make these beds for these bucks. Dude, these things are such a pain in the ass. I gotta clean up after them, make their beds, cook their food, make their food. But yeah, you can see all these trails coming into this bed right here. This is like your kind of like lone marsh bed, right? This is like the one you dream of. And that way is west, so I would imagine he beds here a lot in the west wind. And I would bet when it's not sunny out, because you get too hot, right? Unless it's a cold day, like late in the fall, you get them cold, when you're cold out of the sun or something, then you want the sun. So yeah, bed right there too. They kind of can roll around this a lot, but it looks like he likes that one the most. These trees are called, maybe someone in the comments can say it, but look at this, dude. This thing is like a rubbing. This is like a signpost now, right? Maybe it's a bed too. Look at that. Dude, I ain't been out here. This tree's taken off. I don't really remember this tree being here, being like this. Holy shit, dude. We're in them. Wow. Yeah. I guess that thing, that's what you call a signpost. Maybe I should probably run a camera coming out, shooting out here, because I got one shooting in over here. Maybe we'll run one shooting out, we'll get these bucks rubbing. Yeah, maybe off that cedar tree right there. Have to cut down some of this dogwood. That'll be cool. See these mud runs coming out. A lot of deer coming out of there, huh? Let's go over here. I'll check these two beds over here. These trees are growing quick, dude. I don't remember this stuff being this big. Wow, time's going by quick. Look at this. It's fucking like a California king, huh? This bed right there. Bed right here. Bed in there. Look at that. Dude, we're getting better bedding out here, man. Wow. Look at that. Nice bed. That cedar tree fell over. Another thing too, like I talked about before, these transitions inside of the marsh, it's based on the depth of the water. Like the deeper water is a short grass, and then see the cattails, that's shallower. And then, you know, I got some Phragmites, and then I think these are Phragmites too. So it's based on how deep the water is what grows. It's pretty interesting. Look at this, like a nice hub right here. Bedding underneath here, huh? Yeah. Let's go check this bed out. Yeah, here's my lake or pond, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's all that over there. Look at this. It's like, they lay right. Maybe I should come out here and cut this. Yeah, I think I do. I need to cut that. See that? That's probably in the way. I cut that, and they'll be able to lay right in here. Yeah, gotta cut that tree down. Put that on the list.
Do you like racks? Well, check out our website for affordable shed mounting solutions. We designed our systems to not only be budget-friendly but also versatile, so you can swap out antlers or pull them down for a closer look. Now, show them antlers some respect and display them because we know you like to look at racks.
Got a camera here. This one, I took this one over. Here's another oak tree, small oak tree, right? I've talked about this. This is a scrape they had. I souped it up. Get really good pictures here. Looks like they made a natural one right there. And then where that signpost was, I think I'll run a camera going this way and then on that side, and we'll see which, and then we can compare what winds they're on. Like I said, the downwind side, or maybe they mix it up, but that'll be cool. But yeah, they love these little oak trees right here. I'm gonna pull this camera because I got a chargeable battery and I'm gonna charge it back up, and I'm gonna put a solar panel on this one. This one couldn't even stay going, dude. It was dying all the time because I had so many pictures. We talk about rubs. I talk a lot about scrapes with rubs, man. Anytime you get these white pines in the transition area or cedar, they love to rub them. Yeah, look at that. It's like that's a signpost. Looks like we got another scrape right here coming off this autumn olive. Yeah, see, this is a nice scrape line. See, look at this right here. This is like the main trail that kind of shoots off into the point here. And you'll see, watch this. It's pretty cool how I got this set up, guys. Hey, there's your rubs right there. And this is like, it comes right out here. Look where I got the stand. Right there. And I shot one out of that. My first buck I shot on this property, I actually shot from right there. Shot him right here. I think it was 9 yards frontal. Shot him in the neck, came out his armpit, and he ran about 50 yards over there and died. But, ooh, that thing's looking rough. Okay, I'm gonna have to replace that. It's like a double. It's an old one. I inherited that one. Yeah, that needs work. That's broke. Okay. And then, yeah, this is getting too big. I gotta cut this. I'm gonna cut this real quick. Oh, hold on, let's go over here. Oh, yeah, nice rub here. I got a scrape over here, too. And, I guess I don't have it over here anymore. Oh yeah, yeah, they freaking, dude. I've had them hanging off this tree for years. They hit this one so much they just tear it, destroy it. Look at this thing. They got it flipped around like it's a swing set, and they went over the top. Ridiculous. Back over here. This transition trail right here. Downwind side. Yeah, this is all. I planted clover and all this too. Did pretty good. That didn't get trampled to death. Trail going. There's the markers. Got the bow markers right there. Got another one. Did some hinging on the island. I gotta go through there and do detail work.